The haunted house I grew up in is the kind of house that would turn somebody into a believer. It is that terrifying. We actually had to have it healed and anointed by a pastor 3 separate occasions. If you're new here, my name is Casey, and this is my series where I talk about the haunted historical home that I grew up in, a little bit of background. This house was built in the 1800s, and at its peak, it was actually a boys' home where they would have to go and live if they were orphaned or in trouble. They would have to work on the farm, and then they would attend school and church in the one-room schoolhouse church that is actually in my parents' front yard. And if you're wondering, yes, my parents do still live there. Trigger warning, if you like to sleep at night, you might want to just scroll on because this story is pretty freaking creepy. I'm about 16 years old and I'm home alone, or so I thought. And I'm upstairs, I'm working on some homework after school, and it's going to be a few hours until either of my parents are back or until my brother is back. My sister was already moved out at this point. I'm listening to some music when all of a sudden my mom calls up the stairs and she's like, "Dinner is done." And I just remember turning off my music and being like, damn, I didn't even hear her come in. Like, I didn't know she got home early. And damn, she already had dinner done? Like, how did I not hear her come in and just cook the whole ass meal? So I'm starving and I'm geeked for this food, dude. Like, my mom is a good cook, so I'm damn ready, right? And I fly down the freaking stairs, end up going into the kitchen, and I don't see any food. And I'm like, what the heck? I actually don't see any trace of anybody being home at all. But then I start to hear singing, literally just like muffled singing, and it sounds like it's coming from the laundry room. So I'd go to walk in there and open the door and nobody is there. So convinced that somebody had like yelled and called for me, that I literally ran outside and I sat on the tire swing and I waited on it until my mom got home. Less than an hour later, my mom pulls up and I'm literally like, oh my gosh, you're never gonna believe what just happened. And I'm trying to explain this, and again, it doesn't make sense, but you can't rationalize something that's not rational and that doesn't make scientific freaking sense. That night, I just can't let it go. So I start Googling things, and this is when I learned what a mimic is. I would go more into depth about what a mimic is, but I'm going to let you do your own research and just be prepared to be scared about what you find. I would love to tell you that this is the last scary story that I have, but unfortunately, that would be a lie. If you want to hear more stories on the scary haunted house that I grew up in, make sure to go ahead and follow me, like, comment, and share this video. As always, thank you for watching. See you next time.